How did you go from selling $25,000 average price point to moving up the market? Because you had to go through a process to do that. I mean, what does that look like?
I think it starts with how you sell your team, because you can't change your marketing overnight. So marketing's that's like slow moving. So I try to consider what can be fastest moving. It's sales, it's prospecting, it's what they get signed, what they bring in. So it was getting them on board and trying to make sure they understood the change that we were going to be making. And it's basically saying like, we don't want to build this type of booth at this cost. And they're like, well, why? It brings in good profit. It does this. I'm like, yes, but what happens is A, B, C, and D, and trying to show them what happens. And then kind of casting a vision to them down the line of, hey, you can be here doing this if you do this. And it was getting them sold. And then once I started getting them sold, it was setting standards. It was basically saying, hey, if a company exhibits once a year and they spend $25,000 and that's it, we're not working with them. If you're going to exhibit once a year, you got to spend $50,000 plus, or it's not that you're not worth our time. You don't fit where we're going.
Right.
And then it was focusing everybody on, what are we truly looking for? What do we want? And say, hey, it's going to take time, but let's focus our attention. So it was getting our sales team sold on that and bought into it. And they did. And they were excellent. Now we were small and mighty in these times as we rolled out, but I had buy-in and trust. So that really started to propel us. And 21 was a little better. 22 was even way better. And now 23 is even better than 22. We're still moving up market and we don't have plans of stopping.